Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I actually really love this. I've been through 3 Supreme Court justice hearings, and when the 10 people come forward from all different backgrounds in America, and people supporting a candidate and not supporting a candidate, it is always uplifting to me. And I have a lot of respect and honor for everybody on this panel. You all are great Americans who are dedicated to this country's highest ideals as you see them. And to give you an example of why I'm so serious, I had in a previous panel of a Supreme Court justice I was dead set against, my constitutional law professor come in and be dead set for them. And I love this professor, still do, and I love him not just because he was a great professor, but also because he passed me. But I just want you to know, you may feel partisan tension in this room, but there is a lot of respect for the 10 of you who took time out of your schedule. Many of you traveled a very long way, and so I want to say thank you. Mr. President, Captain, my questions are for you, but if you don't mind, I'm going to take a quick minute to address the Congresswoman and just want to say a couple things to her publicly that are really important. First of all, the Congressional Black Caucus, it has been one of the greatest privileges of my life to be a member of too few senators that have ever been a member of that body. And I want to say publicly, because this is true, I tried for years to get on this committee, and the Congressional Black Caucus advocated for me for years. Went to Chuck Schumer and said, you need to get Senator Booker, not just because you haven't had an African-American on there for a long time, but you guys saw faith in me that I could represent well here, and I just want to thank you for that. And the second thing is just very personally to you. I had one of the most difficult summers of my life last summer. You know this, my brother had a terrible stroke. And when you see people up here on this panel, you don't know what they all have been through. I did not know that the chairwoman of the Congressional Black Caucus had a horrific stroke at the age of 50 that left her seriously debilitated to the point where you could not walk. And your story at my time of family crisis to me, talk about tears. You were one of the best people I spoke to by telling me your story. And I see you now sitting there. It just is tremendous to me who you are, and my depth of love and respect for you, especially showing up for me at a time I really needed it.
Thank you.
Really quickly, sir, I love Noble. They were on my transition team to be mayor of the city of Newark. I learned from your organization, your recommendations to me about a city that was really struggling with crime. Okay. And I'm happy to see Honorable Marshall and others who have to live this life of knowing, confronting some of the ugliest parts of our country, which is what happens in communities that are struggling with high rates of crime. I want to say for the record, because it often doesn't get said, Chris Murphy's book put this data point in there that there is much gun violence in inner city communities as there are in other low-income communities that might be rural and might not have the same ethnic diversity. So I don't want to pick on any communities here who are struggling with crime. Red states have high crime rates, blue states have crime rates. This is not a partisan issue. This is a human urgency. I have shown up before ambulances at sites where young people have been shot. I've seen the horror and have been traumatized. And I have so much respect for police officers because what they go through every single day on the brink, often in the gap between safety and not safety. I have seen my officers. I remember a shooting where my officers ran in, no situational awareness, upstairs to see a woman who had committed suicide and had shot her baby. Mm-hmm. And then they go back to work the next day. And so I just want to ask you, then I'm done, this one question, because I know what's at stake. And here is a Supreme Court justice to the highest court in the land. And there have been people casting aspersions that she may not be the justice that would keep us safe. As a person in this room, I doubt there's anybody more in this room right now that lives in that gap between safety and horrific violence. Why are you so confident, despite all the aspersions that have been cast, that this person will be a phenomenal justice for the safety and security of families in America?
The safety going to start with the law enforcement that we have present throughout the United States now. The Supreme Court justice just going to make it more, if it's something get before the Supreme Court dealing with law enforcement, it can make a difference, but we got to start at local level with the law enforcement. So that's why my organization, Noble, is so important. We out there discussing things with high crime, gun violence, but we have a significant program, the law in your community. And it starts by a conversation to stop a confrontation. So everybody get involved, get the chapter. We got 50 chapters throughout the nation. We all try to get on the same page. The crime, it's going to continue, but we can make it better. We're trying to build trust back in the communities with law enforcement. That's our main purpose. Judge Ketanji Jackson, she know about some of the neighborhoods. She grew up in Miami. Miami have a high crime rate. She said she saw it firsthand growing up. She saw it firsthand. So the decision when it comes to law enforcement is going to be important because we all got to live here in America. But we can start making a difference today by that nomination, and not just pass a nomination. We talk about the voting rights. We talk about everything in this. I'm saying I've been watching this confirmation hearing, man, since Monday. I'm like, man, I don't believe this. Because I've never been to this, though. It's a big history class, you know, and civics class, I remember civics. But she can make a difference. Not only her, but she got 8 other associates on that Supreme Court team with her. They all gonna have to sit down and talk and make this better together. One person not gonna solve this problem. One person not gonna make a difference. But she got 8 other justices on that Supreme Court. And everything's going fine, people. America's doing a great job. I don't get caught up into the politics, the Democrats, the Republicans. I'm just being honest, I don't. But I know it's needed. I know we got to get things done, so everybody got to work together. Everybody got to work together. But we do need Noble out there in the communities nationwide. So you need one in your city, contact Noble.
Amen. Everybody has to work together, Chairman.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.